Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Third Eye Media. Let's begin with today's current affairs session. The first topic of the day is Modi announces 100 rupees cut in LPG refill price. What does it mean? So it comes day after announcement comes ahead of Lok Sabha election. Weeks before the Lok Sabha election, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday announced a reduction in domestic LPG prices by 100 rupees a cylinder. Announcement was being made on the occasion of International Women's Day. Revision brought down the price from a 9-year high of 1,103 per 14.2 kg cylinder to 903. So the cost has been reduced from 1,103 to 903 after getting a subsidized price. With Friday's cut, an LPG cylinder will cost only 803. Now it will cost only 803. Next, Indian diplomat met Afghan authorities in Kabul, says government. So we all know that in Afghanistan, it is overthrown by Taliban government now. A senior Indian diplomat has met with Afghan authorities in Kabul, the External Affairs Minister confirmed on Friday. The delegation held discussions on India's humanitarian assistance to the people of Afghanistan and also discussed the use of Chabahar port. So Chabahar port basically is a port which is actually constructed by India in Afghanistan. Chabahar port by Afghan traders. Mr. Singh had visited Kabul in 2022 as India had begun making the first moves to reconnect with Afghanistan after the violent overthrow of Ashraf Ghani government in 2021. So Taliban overthrown which government? Ashraf Ghani government in 2021. So we are trying to build diplomatic ties with Afghanistan now. Next, backed by BrahMos, Navy's Minicoy base to keep watch over Arabian Sea. Minicoy is also just a few hundred miles from the Maldives. In addition to INS Jatayu, new infrastructure and facilities were inaugurated at Karwar Naval Base in Karnataka by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Tuesday. These include two major piers and 7 residential towers comprising 320 houses for officers and civilian defence personnel as well as 149 single officers accommodation. New radar facilities at Minicoy will augment surveillance and coastal barriers of extended range BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles with a range of around 450 km. Will give huge flexibility in responding to threats. Next, INS Baz to the east in Andamans and now INS Jatayu in the west at Minicoy. So these are the naval ships which we are having at different places, will serve as the eyes and ears of Navy. Next important point is 9-degree channel. So where is it actually located? 9-degree channel, the approximately 200 km wide area between Minicoy and Kalpeni or Suheli Par islands of Lakshadweep. So it is located between these islands. Situated at the tip of India's exclusive economic zone, it also serves as a deterrent serves against any future adversarial presence, making Jatayu a formidable static aircraft carrier. So Jatayu is nothing but a formidable static aircraft carrier. The phase 1 construction of Karwar base under Project Seabird. Remember the phase 1 construction of Karwar base under Project Seabird, very important, which was completed in 2011, was designed to accommodate 10 ships. The Cabinet Committee on Security has since granted approval for phase 2A of Project Seabird, which will see the base expanded for berthing of 32 ships and submarines along with 23 aircraft and include pairs, providing a berthing space of more than 6 km. So now next news is also international news. Bhutan PM Shering Tobgay to visit India next week. Bhutan's Prime Minister Shering Tobgay will arrive in Delhi next week on his first visit abroad since it took over office in January this year. He will focus on bilateral agreements, development and connectivity projects, including plans for a major economic hub in Gelufu. Gelufu is nothing but a place in Bhutan. He will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi for delegation level talks focused on India's promise of enhanced support for Bhutan's 13th 5-year plan as well as specific border infrastructure and connectivity projects that Mr. Modi and Bhutanese King Jigme Kesar Namgyal Wangchuk had announced after their meeting. So, what is the Galufu project? Galufu project of particular interest for Bhutan is India's support to the ambitious Galufu Mindfulness City project launched by the Bhutanese king in December 2023, which will require Indian assistance with rail and roadways connecting up to Galufu that borders Assam and upgrading Galufu airport to facilitate international flights. Meanwhile, New Delhi has followed developments in Bhutan-China border resolution talks that include areas around Doklam Plateau to Bhutan's west, giving their proximity to Siliguri corridor, and would hope to be briefed on how the new government in Thimphu will take forward the talks. Please remember, whatever the places are mentioned and what are the corridors or what are the plateaus mentioned in this particular article are very important in point of examination view. So, please go through it once and see the locations on the map. Next, two key RTI portals under emergency maintenance. The Union Government portal has been experiencing downtime for almost a week. The Department of Personnel and Training under the Home Minister runs the RTI online portal. Just one important point here, that is the Department of Personnel and Training under the Home Ministry runs. So, whatever the RTI online portals are there, right to information portals, they are actually run by Department of Personnel and Training, which comes under the Home Ministry. Next, Election Commission ChatGPT maker held talks in February on misuse of AI. Representatives from OpenAI, the artificial intelligence firm that developed ChatGPT, met officials from the Election Commission in February to ensure that its platform was not misused during the upcoming Lok Sabha elections and to find ways to collaborate with the EC. The Election Commission confirmed the meeting in a right to information response to the Hindu. Rishi Jaitley, an OpenAI advisor and former Indian head at Twitter. OpenAI's Jason Kwan, James Hairston, Becky Waite attended the February meeting. That's all. Next, Center tweaks PM solar free electricity scheme. It was all included in the budget session, introduced during the budget session by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharam. Just get into now it has been announced officially. The Union government has tweaked the new 1,75,000 crore PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, means rooftop solar free electricity scheme. From an initial plan to fully subsidize the installation of 1 kilowatt to 3 kilowatt solar systems in 1 crore households via tie-ups with renewable energy service companies, the scheme will now only contribute up to 60% of the cost. Households interested in availing the scheme's benefits will have to fork out the balance amount and pay a minimum of 7,72,000 depending on the minimum of 7,20,000 depending on the power of capacity of the installed system. Through this could be defrayed by a low interest collateral free loan. Next, food plate costs show vegetarian thali price rose 7% in February. So, it is related to food. So, Crisil monthly food cost assessment shows a surge in onion, tomato prices pushed up vegetarian plate cost. Vegetarian food plate prices rose 7% in February, driven by a rise in onion and tomato prices, even as non-vegetarian plate costs slide 9% from a year earlier, as per Crisil's monthly report on food plate costs titled Roti Rice Rate. So, they might ask you that Roti Rice Rate is a particular assessment given by which particular organization or which particular agency. You can say that Crisil. Okay. Thali economic crisis. Crisil's monthly Roti Rice Rate shows onion prices climbed 29% and tomato prices surged 38% year on year. Last month, rice and pulses, which account for 21% of the home cooked veg thali costs, rose 14% and 20%. However, at 727.5, veg thali prices were at their lowest level since July 2023. Non-veg thalis were 4% more expensive than in January due to a 10% rise in broiler price. Next, India 4-nation EFTA bloc likely to ink FTA on March 10. So, India and the 4-nation European Free India and the four-nation European Free Trade Association, which includes Switzerland, Finland, Norway, and Liechtenstein, is likely to sign a long negotiated free trade agreement on March 10, aimed at increasing trade and investment flows, job creation, and economic growth according to multiple sources. The proposed India EFTA Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement is expected to lead investments worth 100 billion from the four-country bloc into India over the next 15 years, generating an estimated 1 million jobs. The pact is also likely to bring down the huge trade deficit India has with the bloc. Jaishankar meets late Shinzo Abe's wife, hands over letter from Modi. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Friday met Aki Abe, the wife of Japan's late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and recalled his invaluable contributions to India-Japan relations, handed over a personal letter from PM Modi conveying his condolences on the passing of Mrs. Yoko Abe, mother of the late PM, Mr. Jaishankar said. Devotees make a beeline for Lord Shiva temples. Traditionally, Mahashivratri has been a day dedicated to fasting, prayers, and offerings at temples. Devotees, particularly women, would observe strict fast and perform elaborate puja rituals. The focus was on personal devotion and spiritual introspection. Historic Ramlingeshwara Temple, Kisaragutta. Location, remember the location? Ramlingeshwara Temple is in Kisaragutta. Minority school building inaugurated. Chief Minister A. Revanth Reddy inaugurated a new building of the Telangana Minorities Residential Educational Institution Society in Hyderabad on Friday. The building will house a school and a junior college. Power consumption scales a new high. Groundwater table depleted by, so it is about Telangana, groundwater table depleted by 0.92 meters between December 2023 and Jan 2024. It went down by 0.98 meters between Jan 2024 and Feb 2024. As of February end, storage of water in all major reservoirs stood at 283.41 TMC feet against 438.77 MC feet last year. So actually there is a decrease. Rainfall recorded in Telangana so far this year from June 1, 2023 to March 8, 2024 is 867 mm against normal of 914.9 mm pass on date. Only Jogulamba, Gadwal and Nagar Karnool have rainfall deficit of 29 and 26%. 6 districts have excess rainfall and the remaining 25 have normal rainfall as on date. Just remember the dates and the points, and the figures. Okay. Next, Sudha Murthy nominated to Rajya Sabha. Philanthropist and author in Kannada and English, Sudha Murthy was nominated to the Rajya Sabha on Friday by President Draupadi Murmu. Women's Day. Ms. Murthy, wife of Infosys co-founder N.R. Narayan Murthy, is the chairperson of the Murthy Trust and has authored several books. She chaired the Infosys Foundation for over 2 decades and through the foundation carried out several philanthropic activities. She is the recipient of Padma Shri in 2006 and Padma Bhushan in 2023. Remember about such great personalities. So that's all for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed and sorry for the delay. We have delayed the current affairs session. So hope you enjoyed the session. Keep watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. All the best and thank you.